Dawn with 7 Acres Homestead here today. Hey guys, well, today we've got good news and we've got bad news. And I'm going to share that with you guys right now. So the good news is, as you can see, all of our ice and snow is gone. It warmed up pretty good yesterday. Today, right now, it is up to about 50 degrees, which just seems warm and balmy compared to what we've had over the last few days. So I am really tickled pink. Good news is, when we put the water in this tiny house, we used the flex pipe, so we've not had any issues. So all of our animals survived this polar vortex, they called it. We didn't even lose a single chicken. So I feel like we did a decent job of taking care of these guys. Good morning, ladies. I bet you guys are happy as all get out for this warm weather and sunshine. I know I am. We were able to come out here today and feed and water everybody. I didn't film that just because we had a lot to do. But we were able to clean out all the water bowls and get those all filled back up again. And so everybody got nice, fresh, clean water this morning. We're back to our regular feeding schedule. Hi, Mr. Oreo. You've been busy this week with all this cold. Yes, you have. So have you, Miss Willow. Hussy. Miss Hussy. So, Mr. Oreo here and Miss Willow have been busy making babies the last couple days. They have been getting after it. So, we are expecting to be expecting. If she has already taken, oh goodness, chew. If she has already taken, which I'm assuming she has, then we will expect a baby or babies around mid to late June. Which is right around Tim's birthday, so I told him he'll probably be getting a birthday present right about then. So that is another piece of good news. So we've had several pieces of good news after all of this cold weather. Now for the not so great news. We used to live in a trailer house on this property. There was a trailer here when we bought it. It was 5 years old. It is now 25 years old. And we moved into the tiny house because the trailer house was literally just falling apart. It was falling apart faster than we could fix it. So we just couldn't even keep up with all of the stuff that was, coming apart and breaking loose and needing to be replaced and repaired. And so we moved into the tiny house. And we're loving it. It's amazing. I got to decorate it the way I wanted to. One of these days I'm going to give you guys a tour. But the trailer house is still sitting over here. And since we moved into the tiny house, we still have work to do in the tiny house. One of the things we were having to do still was take showers and do laundry at the trailer. And that's the trailer right over there. So we still have water and electricity to the trailer. And we've been doing our laundry over there still. And then we go over there to take showers. Well, With this freezing weather, it didn't really all thaw out until middle of the night last night, I guess, because yesterday afternoon, even though the tiny house was thawed out, the trailer wasn't. And Tim went over there this morning to check on it, and there were pipes busted everywhere, which is not surprising because it's got 25-year-old PVC pipes out there. So, yeah. So, at the moment, what we have, as far as the situation goes, is this. When that trailer was put in, prior to us moving out here, they did not put a water cutoff by the trailer. Therefore, when Tim went over there this morning and the pipes had busted, the back bathroom was flooded. It had about 3 inches of water in that bathroom, which in and of itself is not that big a deal. We don't live there anymore. We have every intention this summer of tearing that trailer down and taking it to the dump. So that in itself was not that big a deal, except for the fact that he had to turn water off to our entire property now to get that water done. So today he's going to have to come out here and find a place to cut that water off. Probably dig a big old hole, which he's been carrying water for days, and he's tired and his back hurts, and I don't know. I feel bad that he's having to deal with this too. I will help him as much as I can. Physically, I don't know how much help I can be. Maybe I can be moral support. Go, honey, dig that hole, dig that hole. You know, but I don't know how much help I'm going to be physically, but I will do what I can. So, in order to get water back to the house, we have got to get that water cut off to that trailer. So, the second issue we're going up against right now is the fact that we've been taking showers and doing laundry over there. So now that's all going to stop, because in order for that to happen, we would have to go replace all that plumbing, which we're not going to do for a house that we're tearing down. It just would not make any sense to dump that money into that. So I have kids and grandkids coming in 2 days on Saturday to try to help us finish up some of these projects at the cabin. They're coming to help us get the washer and dryer moved in here. My oldest son is a master electrician, so he is going to help us do the wiring for the dryer, and everybody's going to help us with the plumbing for the washer and get all that moved in here and set up. My son-in-law Richard is going to come and finish tiling the shower while Tim and the boys are working on the washer and dryer so that our shower is finished. Everything in the shower was finished except for the tiles, so that's all we've been waiting on. But we've had so many other projects here on the farm that we just haven't gotten to it. And it hasn't been an emergency for us because we could walk across the driveway and go take our showers over there. But to be honest with you, sometimes when things like this happen, they're blessings in disguise. So I've really, really been wanting to be able to do laundry and showers over here at the cabin where we're actually living. And so that is going to be a huge blessing for us to just go ahead, break down, get this done, and be able to do all that over here. So even though I'm calling it bad news, it's, you know, I'm not really looking at it as bad news. I'm looking at it as a blessing in disguise. This was a little kick in the rear for us. You know, yeah, you guys need to get these projects done and get them done so you can get that trailer torn down. The big building that I just showed you next to the trailer house is one that my daughter Rachel and her fiance Richard had brought in, and they're actually going to be turning that into a home also when they get off the road. They're truckers and they are team driving right now, but at some point they're putting money back and they're selling his house, and at some point they're going to get all that done and they're going to want to turn this into their little house. So that trailer needs to be gone, needs to be out of their way. So all of this, everything happens for a reason, and we're not going to be upset about it, and we're just going to take everything as a blessing in disguise, and we're just going to keep on going with it. So, mainly good news today. And I'm happy because yesterday I was getting kind of depressed. So I'll be honest, y'all, I have dealt with depression my entire life, off and on. And I have learned that you just have to look at the bright side of things and keep yourself going, because when I give into it is when I get really down in a deep, dark place. And I know that happens to a lot of people nowadays. And it's real easy to get down in that deep, dark hole. So what I try to do is I try to focus on all of the positive things. And so I'm looking at this as a positive thing. Everybody made it through. None of our animals died or got sick. We're getting some things done that we needed to get done anyway. And so I'm looking at all this as a positive thing. Now I'm going to go ahead and make a little bit of an announcement. We've got a big project coming up, and it's a very, very happy thing. It's a good thing. We are adding another, hopefully, stream of income to our business plan here on the farm. And that is I guess a lot of people would call it a roadside stand. It's going to be more than a stand, and I will post a picture right now of the building that we're having built and brought out here. The building that we're having brought out is an 8x14 building. It is going to match the siding and the colors on our cabin. And we are going to put in electrical. We are going to have internet out there for a couple of reasons. One of them being we're going to put a Ring camera out there because it's going to have an honor box. And we also want to be able to see customers when they come up and be notified when people are out there. So it is on an honor system. However, we're going to have some security out there. Now, another reason we're running internet to it is because we want people to be able to pay with their phone using Apple Pay or Venmo or Cash App or, any multitude of digital currency swapping situations. And out here, you do not get a cell phone signal. So, without internet, people cannot pay us that way. So, we're going to have the internet out there with a Wi-Fi password on the router where they can go ahead and log into that if they need to in order to pay us. So, the products that we're going to have in the farm store. Okay. I gotta go check on my chickens. Hang on. Something's going on out there. And it may just be them fussing with each other. But we've had so many problems with HOA neighbors' dogs getting over here and getting our chickens that I feel like I need to come check and make sure. I listen for my little babies all day long, so I know when something's going on out here. Okay, the dogs are not barking. Usually, the dogs are barking, so I guess we're good. Y'all good? Yeah, it looks like it. You sunning, aren't you? Okay. So, the products that we're going to have in the farm store are going to end up being quite extensive. We are going to be doing, obviously, eggs. We're going to have a refrigerator freezer out there where people can pick up processed chicken and pork from us also. Then we are going to have produce from our garden. Y'all get out of that cat food. Okay, so so we're going to have produce from our garden. And our garden is going to be quite a bit more extensive than it has been up until now. So I've got about 50 tomato plants going in, and about 40 pepper plants. That is if they all make it. They're sprouting right now, so we'll see. And y'all, really? Come on, go. Those chickens are making noise. So I'm going to be also doing some loofahs this year so that I can do loofah sponges in a bar of soap. So that's some other things we're going to have out there. We're going to have goat's milk soap. We're going to have some skincare products that are all natural and herbal. We're going to have baked goods out there, homemade bread and cookies and things like that. And so we're going to be doing a lot of different things out there in the farm store. So we're very excited. And we are hoping that this is going to be another good little income stream for us. I'm on a bunch of Facebook homesteading groups, and had a lady come on there the other day and talk about how her little roadside stand made her $45,000 last year. Now, do I expect that? No. It would be nice. It would be really nice if that happened. She's been doing it for 3 years, so her third year she did $45,000. She was complaining about it. It's funny how different people look at things different ways. So her husband wanted her to quit her job and just do nothing but that, but she didn't feel like that was enough money. So good for her that she makes good money. But I would love to be able to make enough from the farm stand just to pay our regular bills, you know, water, electricity, that kind of thing. So we'll see how that goes. And it's something else that I'm going to keep you guys updated on. So we're ordering our building this next week, and it's going to be 4 to 5 weeks before they get it built and bring it out here. And this is January 17th, I think. I always look at the calendar much because I never leave the farm. I'm just always here, and it doesn't usually matter what day it is. So we're hoping by the end of February we have the building here and set. And I'll show you guys where it's going to be. Y'all see that empty space along the fence there? Where all that's been cleared out? That's where it's going to go. So I'm literally standing on my front porch. So that's how far away from the store I'm going to be when I'm at the house. And it'll be just on this side of the fence. So we'll take that section of fence down and just attach the fence to the building. Well, there's places for people to park along the ditch over there. Plenty of room for parking. And I can always set displays and different things out there as well in the ditch. Now, I've had some conversations with our county people about the ditch, and I know we have an easement out there. And last time I had my little farm stand out there, it was basically a tent with some tables in it, and they came through and told me, oh, you've got to move that, you're in our easement. And I said, okay. So I was trying to figure out how far back I had to move it. So I called the county and I said, I need to know what the easement is on my property from the center of the street back. They said, oh, we don't know. And I said, well, I'm being told I have to move something, so I need to know how far back I have to move it. So I need y'all to let me know. Oh, well, you have to call the state. So I get hold of somebody on the state level, and I'm like, I need to know my easement. Well, we don't know. And I explained the situation. Well, the county's telling me I have to move my farm stand back. And so I need to know how far back I need to move it. And the state informs me that because our road is not a county road, technically, this easement belongs to the state, not the county. Therefore, they're telling us the county cannot tell us we have to move anything. And the state says, use the ditch all you want, we don't care. which is great and all. But I'm not moving a permanent building out there where they can come back one day and somebody say, oh, you got to move that. So I can put temporary things out in the ditch. If I want to put displays out there, if I want to put flower pots or something to make it cute and pretty, as long as there are things that I can move if I need to. So that is the great big huge announcement. Maybe not nothing to y'all, to us it's a big deal. And so we're gonna keep on trucking. So thanks for watching me ramble on today. Probably be a couple days before I put another video out. My husband is over there in the window. He's tapping on the window making faces at me, y'all. This is what I live with on a daily basis. Goofy man. I just love him with all my heart, though. I don't know what I'd do without him. I guess that's why we've been married for almost 43 years now. So, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If y'all wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel, it really helps us tremendously. We really are trying to get our channel to a point where we can monetize it. Even if it's a few dollars a month, it'll help a little bit. So, if y'all can subscribe, if you haven't already, we would be greatly appreciative. If you don't want to subscribe, that's okay. We don't mind people just stopping in and watching. It's like neighbors coming in to have a cup of coffee. We're okay with that too. So, thanks again, and I will see y'all on the next video.